check. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
evening all. 222 Bozo Net. Should be started a minute ago, but I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting any power. Have to have all the switches in the right position. K6MYC Bozo Net, beaming the Bay Area and Santa Cruz.
Good evening, Mike. K60USY, taking 79 and Bozo 1100.
At 222, how about KW6S? Are you around somewhere there, Tom? Into the Bay Area, KD6S okay, or anybody up there? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net 220.
KW6S.
There you are. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, it just took me a little while to get over here and get set up from the other net. I just got here, and after turning amps on and using them too quickly, I needed to get them out of that cycle.
Roger, roger. Just plugging my Bluetooth in here. There we go. I can hear somebody talking in the Bay Area. QRZ, K6MYC. Who is that?
WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Juliet, November, 12345 54321. Wow, that beam heading is really strange. There must be a calibration problem on your beam there. WB6JNN.
What does your readout say?
It says you're aimed above San Francisco is what it says.
294. Yeah, I might have a slight error here. But we've got you. Good evening, Jim. And I think you were talking to somebody, weren't you, or were you just calling me? I could hear a voice in there for quite a while, but I couldn't find you.
That's okay. That's okay. He's here too. Mike, do you hear me, or you don't hear me, right?
I hear you there, Fred. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was looking at the AMSAT website that Ed was talking about last night, and it looks pretty serious. I don't think the FCC is, I don't know what they're doing over the FCC, but they're certainly not protecting us. Looks like we're going to lose.
Okay, well, it's a big flap over nothing, Fred. If you go to AMSAT UK, they have a link to the FCC pages or part of the FCC that talks about this bill or this change. And what it boils down to is they have approved the company to run the stuff that they're doing and all that, but not when they're over the United States. The kudo is not when they're over the United States. So they will not, and also the 430 to 440 frequency is a total backup for the gigahertz stuff, only to be used when they have an emergency or desperation situation, but they wouldn't use it anyway over the United States. They can use it over any other country, but when they're over the U.S., they cannot use it. I'm not sure how they're going to do that because there's a lot of overlap when you're up there in a low Earth orbit satellite. Well, maybe there isn't a lot of overlap, so maybe it's not as big an issue. But anyway, it's a non-issue, Fred, so you can forget it. Go to the MSAT UK website, and there's a link to the FCC stuff. And if you read the FCC wording, they say it's been okayed, but they're not allowed over the U.S. And KD6S okay, K6MYC.
Well, how are the Europeans going to react to this? Because in Europe, like if you go to Holland, Germany, France, Italy, they all use 440. They use a lot of 440 on the European continent, and Great Britain too. Boy, that's unbelievable. I was watching a YouTube video about the Australians. They're really upset about it because they use 440 heavily in Australia too. I mean, how is this all going to play out? This is I just think this is a terrible situation.
It is a terrible situation because they've got the okay from the FCC to go ahead and do their thing, and the FCC says, well, it's out of our bailiwick once you get out of the United States. You can't use it over the U.S., but we don't have control over those other areas, and they probably have had to get clearance. I don't know what the IARU has said about it, and I'm not sure what the international rules are for other countries like Australia and so on. There must be a governing body like the FCC that controls that, but I don't know who it is. Over.
Well, this is scary because, we don't have any friends overseas anymore. Everybody hates us because of the tariffs, but especially the Europeans. So I don't know if they're going to cooperate or not. I mean, you can't find them if people are using 440 on the European continent, and you can't say cease and desist, especially if you're being interfered with. The whole thing is a mess. It should never even have gotten this far.
K6US1.
Yeah, I got you. Are you copying Fred at all there? You are through the stream, so you want to listen to the stream. Do you have the stream turned on, Fred?
No, I'm listening to you. You're 10 over 9. I got a good signal on you, Mike, so I don't have any problem hearing, but of course, I don't know why you don't hear me.
I hear you fine, Fred. But you're not hearing K6USY, and he's listening to you on the stream, and he's the one that turned up the information about the FCC. So he wants to make a comment to you, but you got to turn on the stream. Can you do that quickly, or is it impossible for you?
Oh, hang on. Let me fire up the computer. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Hang on. Let me get this computer fired up and listen to the stream. Give me just a second. Let's put this switch on here on this laptop. It moves pretty quickly. This window is okay.
He must be getting away from the microphone or something. K6USY 1079.
He's setting up the computer. He's turned away to the computer. Just give him a minute. He'll have the stream up, and then he can listen to your comments. Aaron, over.
Okay, I'm going to bring up the stream here.
He's bringing up the stream now.
Up, and here we go. Go ahead.
Howdy, Mike.
Howdy. W6PQL and the group K6MYC. I'm going to let Aaron talk. So listen on the stream, Jim. K6USY has got some information, I think, on the FCC ruling on this 430 to 440 thing. K6USY. Go ahead, Aaron. K6MYC in the Bozo Net. Over.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. K6USY 1079, and we'll also check in Bozo 1100. If you go read the FCC filing, it says they're only going to use that spectrum when they're not over the U.S. It's only going to be used as a backup, and apparently only during launches. So once the thing is up in the air and deployed, they're going to be talking to the cell phones on cell phone frequencies. They're not going to be talking to the cell phones with 440 megahertz. None of the cell phones work on that band. So it's only going to be used sporadically, and in the language of the FCC filing, it says they will not cause harmful interference, and they are going to try to mitigate it as much as possible, and they're probably going to be using highly directional antennas when they need to use those frequencies. So this is a nothing burger, and the sky's not falling down. K6USY.
You can respond to that, Fred, if you copied it.
Yeah, I heard that on the stream. That's great. Yeah, hang on for a second. I want to go to the AMSAT webpage and take a look.
Okay, you go do that, and in the meantime, let me get back to Tom. Tom, are you still copying me in this direction? KW6S, over. KW6S, are you still there, Tom? KW6S, are you still there, Tom? KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. Okay. Jim, W6PQL, are you there? Are you copying me?
Yeah, I hear you, Mike. You're okay.
Well, I'm trying to find a spot where I can hear you all. Jim is in here also. Let's get him back in. And the comments, I'm sure that you're hearing. Are you listening to this? I know you're listening to the stream. I know you watched that. So you probably heard the comments from Aaron here, K6USY. W6PQL, and then over to Jim, WB6JNN, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yeah, it's up and down as it always is, but I copied everything of that. Yeah, I saw a post that Aaron put on one of the email reflectors earlier, and I kind of thought it'd be something like that. I couldn't imagine that the U.S. military would give that up. They've got their paid pause system on that same man, so... You know, that's the one that bothers you from Veal, and all righty. So, like was said, that's really nothing. And I'm just quickly in and out. I've got to go up frequency in a couple of minutes and pull in Santa Barbara, so I'll do that and let you know about it on 6 meters. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, very good, Jim. Very good. Could you call in? Well, let me see. WB6JNN. Are you copying me here, Jim? Just recalibrate. I'm going to recalibrate my readout quickly here. Stand by.
Yeah, you're a little bit above San Francisco and heading, so coming down maybe 10 or 15 degrees would probably be best for Jim. On that, are you on frequency, Jim?
I'm here. Stand by. I'm calibrating. I'll be with you in a second.
Roger.
calling Jim to see if I could hear him over here. He may not be on.
Okay, Aaron, you've got me locked up. I cannot recalibrate my unit. It keeps going back to the same setting that I'm trying to change from here, and so I'll let it go for tonight, but I am out of calibration here.
Well, let me just close the application, because I'm not doing anything other than reading your heading. But let me disconnect the software here real quick, and then you can try it again. Give me a second here, trying to get the mouse in the right position. Something on your side keeps moving the mouse around. I don't know if the mouse is sitting on your desk, but it's I can't click the link right now. Hold on.
I just moved the mouse. It should be okay now. I had it against my arm.
Okay, I have the...
okay, well, you're fine for me. You're very loud now.
I haven't changed anything, Jim. Hang on. I'm trying to recalibrate, but every time I do it, the streaming system keeps locking me back up to the old heading. So I'll be with you guys in a second. Be patient, guys. I'll be right there.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you can't recalibrate when the software is running, so just let me know when you're done, and then I can relaunch it. K6USY.
Okay, I've got it now. I'm at 288 where you normally would be, Jim, so you're pretty good. Let me go down and see if I can get Fred and Jim in here again now. Let me go down just a tad here. WB6JNN, are you still here, Jim? KD6SOK, how about you, Fred?
Yeah, I'm still here, Mike. Yeah, you sound fine now. You sound good. So, having problems with the radio?
You didn't stay on long enough. I was trying to peek you. Anyway, okay. Anything? Let me see if there's anything further from Fred. I mean, from Aaron here. K6S USY K6MYC and then Bozo Group.
Yeah, nothing else, Mike. If people have questions, they can shoot me an email. K6USY.
I think Fred's on the AMSAT site now looking at the FCC thing. Fred, are you have you got what you want on the screen there?
Yeah, I've got the live stream going, but on the AMSAT, I can't find where it says that they're not going to transmit over the United States. I'm not seeing that in the documents, but I haven't looked at everything, so that's probably something I'll try to look tonight.
Well, it's somewhere in the FCC attachment there. It's in the FCC documents, not in the AMSAT stuff. It's just that you get it from the AMSAT site as a starting point.
Okay, I'll take a look. Boy, that's going to be really something. The Europeans are going to love us for this.
Well, they have to deal with it. I would assume that they should be able to shut this guy down, too. Anyway, we don't have to worry about it for now. We'll keep an eye on it. All right, let me see. Jim, WB6JNN. Are you still there, Jim? I don't know where Jim went. Maybe he thought I was finished with him, but I wasn't. I was just trying to get everybody organized here so we could all listen to the information that is updated. Okay. Well, Fred, good evening. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, it's AMSAT UK. It's not our standard AMSAT. It's AMSAT UK, or United Kingdom AMSAT version. And then it's and maybe you have found the link to the FCC. I'm not sure how it's worded exactly, but as soon as Aaron got on there, he found the link to the FCC and read some of the verbiage to us over the air last night toward the end of the net. Over.
Are you talking to me, Mike? Sorry.
Yes, I was talking to you and everybody else. Over.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, well, I'm glad. Is Ed on site? Is he on 222? I forget it. That's Ed is on 222.
missed a little bit of that. The band is pretty flaky tonight with fade for me. It's a QSB, very rapid multipath, and it's distorting your signal. It's not you, it's the path. But I think you're under control there, Fred, so we won't keep it any longer here. KD6S okay if you're okay. K6MYC, over.
Yeah, I'm fine, Mike. I'm fine. Well, I'm glad. We'll just have to watch and see how this develops. So that's good because
there's a lot of people that have a lot of money tied up in 440 and 432 gear, that's for sure. I got quite a bit of stuff in it now, so because it works so well. It's a great band, actually. I had a lot of struggles with it early on because, you know, I just couldn't get it to. It just had RF leaking out everywhere. Once I finally got all the connections tight and really secure, and it turns out that and got a good antenna. Turns out 432 is actually works really well for me.
Okay. I know it is a good band. 222 is okay, but you're not running as much power or as good an antenna here as you do on 432. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll look for you perhaps on Thursday on 432. On 432, for heaven's sakes. KD6S OK, K6MYC, another call for WB6JNN. Jim, are you here? Okay, how about Ed, WA6AXX? Ed, are you here? I don't hear Ed. Anybody else for 222, K6MYC, Bozo Net? Who do I have down here locally in the San Joaquin Valley other than Aaron, K6MYC? Anybody else?
KM6SRR just got home.
Okay, well, we'll put you down here and 1200 with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, she's down here. She made dinner, and I got to go eat it now.
Okay, we got you logged in. Did you hear the news on the 430? Well, you heard it last night from Aaron, so you know that this satellite thing, mobile set, AST, mobile set, is not going to affect the U.S. stuff, over.
Yeah, roger on that. It's everywhere else but the U.S.
Yeah, well, obviously there's going to be a lot of conflict in other parts of the world because it's going to affect a lot of people. Australians are really upset about it, over.
Yep, I agree with them. They shouldn't let a private company do that. Anyway, I got to go down and eat. The dinner's getting cold.
Yeah, I understand. Go get it. And well, I think part of the problem is that the fact that we are using the 430 band, 430 to 440, is being used for a lot of little side notes, and it's in the cell phone. The cell phones have the capability to receive on that frequency, so that's part of the problem over there. Anyway,
it's not going to be used. It's not going to be used for cell phones. It's only for telemetry as a backup when they're launching the satellites. They're not going to use the 400 meg band to talk to the cell phones.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. Just for telemetry. Sounds good.
Yeah, and it's only like 5 ground stations worldwide that are going to be using it. And they have it listed in the FCC document, so it's very limited use, and it's backup, and yeah. So I think the whole thing's a nothing burger.
I agree, because they're going to be beaming with high gain antennas from the satellites to the ground stations, and the ground stations have a lot of capability with gain and stuff, so they shouldn't have to run any significant power, actually flea power at 400 to do the job, over.
That is correct. Yeah, the whole point of this constellation is to have cell service from space, and you got to use frequencies that the existing cell phones use, and none of the cell phones work down at 400 meg, so they're not going to be talking to the cell phones at 400.
Well, that's what we understood yesterday, that some cell phones can hear at 400, but 430 band, but maybe not. Okay, well, that's good. Super deal. Big nothing burger, guys. Thank you, Aaron, for the input and the help, and it'll get people sorted out here very quickly. Let me take another standby, see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. Can you give me a readout here, Judy?
289.
I'm at 289. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. How about you, Mike? Over. Anybody copying me anywhere for Bozo Net 222 K6MYC? Okay, I'm going to go up to Oakley then. And here we are in Oakley, or near there. N6RO, we missed you last night. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 839, Charlie Mike 97, high temperature 82, dinner was that wonderful Alaskan salmon and asparagus. And let me give you my excuses. 4:32, I listened for about 40 minutes, and when it got to 8:28, I tried to break in, say hello, and didn't get a response, so I just pulled the plug and went to my Zoom meeting. Last night, I listened for about 50 minutes, and it got up to about 8:40, and my eye was hurting, the one that had surgery on it. I'm afraid it's really bugging me now. I'm afraid I got an infection. But I just went back in the house and lay down. So that's my excuse, and this has been a bad patch the last 5 or 6 days. N6RO.
Yeah, okay. Last night, did you hear anything last night? Did you listen? Because this conversation started very early. I hooked up with a local station that brought it to our attention about the 430 to 440 band, and then the conversation went on, but I beamed over to the Bay Area pretty quickly, and we had a long conversation with everybody in the Bay Area, including WA6AXX, who I know you can hear. PQL was in. Several of the other guys were on. You must have heard something if you were there, over.
Oh, yeah. I heard most of it. It's just that I couldn't hang around to check in.
Okay, well, no worries. We got you, and your excuses are valid, and okay on your nice dinner there. Sounds good. I had orange chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The surgeon tomorrow that did the operation a week ago, and if there's something there to fix, which I'm sure there is, she can do it.
Okay, you say you're going in tomorrow?
Roger.
Okay, you got some eye pain that you should not have, you think?
Yeah. First couple days after surgery, there was no problem. And then late Friday, the pain started, an extreme itching, which normally is a good sign that it's starting to heal. And then Saturday, I got up until late afternoon, and the pain started again, and the itching started again. And the bandage, the big 7-inch bandage, sort of pulled away from the bottom and the side, so I could actually look at the eye, and it's a real mess. And I can't focus on much of anything. I'm having trouble reading my cell phone and emails, and even the dials on my radio, and you know what that's about.
Yes, I do. So you couldn't get in today, but she'll see you tomorrow?
Well, I didn't try today. We had a scheduled call tomorrow to look at the eye and take the big bandage off and do what is necessary then.
I gotcha. Okay, so it was a scheduled appointment tomorrow anyway. You're just going in, and hopefully they can sort it out. God, I'm sorry that you're having so much trouble with something should have been such a simple thing. But of course, when you're grafting, I don't know, that's more complex. Okay, well, thanks for checking in here, Ken, and go back and rest. Get back in the bedroom and lay down, close your eyes, and take her easy, and maybe it'll start to feel better by tomorrow. It always feels better just before you go to the doctor, you know.
I hope so. It feels much better when I'm horizontal. When I first wake up, no problem. But after a couple hours of moving around, it comes back. Anyway, we'll take it and fix it.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck. And we'll talk to you tomorrow probably on 4:30 on the 1296 band. N6RO, K6MYC, clear. Is there anybody else in this direction that's copying me for a check into the Bozo Net on 222.1? This is K6MYC standing by.
I'll try 6 also.
Roger, roger. Thank you. Not hearing anybody. I'm going to go on up to the Bay Area. To the Sacramento area. Okay. Okay, this should be pretty good for you, Bill. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC. How copy?
Yeah, K6MYC, KO6KD. Hopefully you can hear me. I got a good copy on you, Mike. You sound quite good. This is Bozo 86. Let's see here, Charlie Mike 98. It was 86 degrees today here. It was actually quite nice. They're actually saying it's going to be cooler tomorrow with overcast, but little if no chance of rain. But at any rate, yeah, very nice. It was great hearing everybody this morning. Sorry I had to bail on you guys, but that was my the medical people. But anyway, hopefully things will work out for tomorrow and be able to continue on. And I'd like to hear more about what you're about this nothing burger that you guys are talking about. Anyway, hopefully you hear me all right, and maybe if you needed to rock the antenna back and forth a little. Otherwise, I'll turn it back to you and maybe see you over on 6 meters. K6MYC in a group, KO6KD.
Yeah, you gave us the wrong Bozo number. You gave me 86, but I know that you must have been thinking about Dennis. Over.
No, I wasn't thinking about Dennis. What the heck was 86? 80, what in the world? Oh, that's the temperature. I gave you the temperature. Now, this is 776. 776 is my number, and it was 86 was the temperature.
Yeah, well, you said it right in the same verbiage when you were given your Bozo number 86 is what you said, or something close to that. I knew it. Huh?
I got it right.
Yeah, but Judy had it right. She already knows your number, so she's got your number, buddy.
Well, at least there's one woman still left on the earth that does.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll see you on 6 in a little bit here. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, I'll try to get up in time tomorrow. This morning was a little bit jumbled. Judy got up early and then forgot to wake me up at 8:15. Oh, she woke me up at 7:30 or 7:45 or something, but that was too early, and I had a chance to go back to sleep, which I did. All right, 7-3, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC. Is there anybody else that's hearing me on 222 in this direction? Please check in now. Over. I don't hear anybody. So what I'm going to do is head on up to Nevada.
Here is 72. This is KE7UQL standing by.
And we hear you fine, Daniel. Thank you for standing by. KE7UQL, I'm just going to call you. Didn't need to call you tonight. You got me timed. You must be watching the stream there, over.
Yes, Roger. I've got the stream going. I had it going yesterday, too, talking about all this 432 satellite business, over.
Yeah, well, it's a nothing burger, so don't worry about it. It's only for telemetry. There's only going to be 5 ground stations, and I'm not going to be using it when it's over the U.S. And the ground stations are going to have direct telemetry contact with the satellite, so they're not beaming broad or with big signals on 430. They're beaming very directive, but probably low levels of RF. It's only telemetry, and it's a backup only. Over.
Okay, Roger. We'll just continue like business as usual, over.
Now that's it. Like it never happened. Have you heard anything from Larry tonight? Any chance that Larry's in here?
Quiet for me at this time, but we'll give him a chance to answer, over.
Okay. N7 Whiskey Tango, if you're there, Larry, we got good signals to Nevada tonight, it sounds like. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, calling and listening. And I'm hearing nothing. Then I guess I was going to ask if Rob wanted to check with you, but Rob doesn't have a directive antenna on this band, so he might be hearing us weekly with his whole loop, but that's all he has on this band, so that's why. And none of the other big guns are here tonight. WA60IB isn't here, and a couple of the others that normally can work you are not here tonight. So it's just you and me, buddy. KE7UQL, Carson City area, K6MYC.
Okay, no trouble. Yes, we're getting closer to a contest, and I'd like to have stacked antennas for this one coming up. I'm running a single antenna at this time, so as we get closer to the contest, we'll do a little better, over.
Oh, very good. What do you have up now on this band?
I have 3.9 wavelength, over.
Oh, is this a 10 element?
16.
Oh, it's not one of ours, something else?
Something else.
I don't care. I just wanted to know, so very good. So are you going to be able to get a stack pair? That company's still in business? Most people have gone out of business now.
Oh, well, no, the M squared, there's a 222EZ. I'll stack those for the contest, over.
Oh, okay. So you got 222 10 EZs, is that it?
Yes, that's what I'll use, over.
Okay, very good, very good. Sounds good. Yeah, a stack pair should really give you some consistency, I hope, and it won't give us much trouble with the knife edge problem over the mountains. All right, very good, Daniel. I'll let you go. I think we're done here, but I expect we'll hear maybe Larry and certainly Richard on. Although Richard, it seemed like he said something. Maybe he wouldn't be here tonight on 6 meters, so we'll just have to see if he's there. Anyway, I'm pointed, I don't know where I'm pointed, but when I go over to 6, I'll start in your direction, although you won't be there, I'm sure. So we'll be over there in a few minutes. Thanks, Daniel. Take care. And if nothing else, we'll see you tomorrow on you got the 1296 running or not?
Not yet, probably next week, over.
Okay, so I won't worry about hearing you on 1296 tomorrow. 7-3 then, and we'll see you Wednesday, K6MYC.
Roger, see you Wednesday. Yes, indeed, Richard has antenna problems on 6 meters, so you may not hear Richard tonight. KE7UQL 73.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah. He's got a step IR that's broken, and it won't tune to the 6 meter band. Okay, understand. So we probably won't hear anybody on 6 up your way. But we'll try anyway, and maybe Larry will surprise us. KE7UQL 73, K6MYC.
73, good night.
Here 52. I hear 52 in there, Rob.
I'm keeping the list for Rob, but I'm sending it to him.
Should be pretty close. W6PQL, K6MYC. I'm hearing 2. Did you work 52?
No, that was number 3. I worked Ralph. Steve wasn't there.
Oh, Steve was not there, but you worked Ralph, number 3. Okay, well, good. I'm glad to hear you worked Ralph. How was his signals tonight?
I think it's pretty good. Steve and Ralph both come through very well on 222. I've got a pretty good shot down their way.
Very good. Okay, well, I got 3 written down, so good to hear that Ralph was in there. So that's good news, and I'm looking for anybody that's late checks are missed in the Bay Area. Let's see, we could have, who do we have? I don't think KB6BA has 220. We did get Jim. Jim was in very strong, but he didn't stay long. May have been interrupted or something, or maybe he didn't want to. Well, I don't think it was not wanting to take part in a conversation about the 430 band, but it seems to be a big nothing birder as of this point. The 430 band is going to be used only communicating to 5 ground stations around the world, but none in the U.S. And they're only going to be using it as a backup, and it's telemetry only, probably low power as well. So it's almost a non-issue about their 430 usage. Over.
Yeah, well, it's a shared band anyway. We've got lots of stuff on there, and you know, one more won't make any difference, will it?
Well, it would if they were going to make high power transmissions and stuff. So, and if they're going to try and talk to cell phones, but I guess cell phones don't have. I thought some cell phones had 430 capability, but I'm not sure about that. I guess not. Anyway, it was a bunch of confused people, I guess. Shouldn't cause any problem anywhere in the world based on how they're going to do it. Over.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good at coordinating those things. If it was going to affect us, I think the ARRL would have been announcing it and so forth. Yeah, I think, Mike, you'd probably have to go all the way back to 1980s to find a cell phone that has 400 megs in it.
Oh, that old, huh? Okay. I didn't know they made cell phones in 1980. I guess they did.
I don't think so.
They probably did, but they were really clumsy clunkers.
Yeah, they look like a great big walkie-talkies the military used to use.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to go over. I think it's, what is it, quarter after? I'm going to be over on 6 meters in a minute. I'll be probably getting to you pretty quickly because there's nobody in Nevada. That Richard's got antenna problems, and unless Larry shows up, we won't have anybody until we get to Nevada. I mean, to Sacramento. So I should get down your way pretty quick, Jim. W6PQL and anybody else in the sound of my voice, K6MYC. Over.
Hey, Mike. It's 13.
Sorry, 13 what? Oh, 13 is the count?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was very light tonight.
Yep, and I've already sent a copy of it to Rob, so he should be up to date once he gets back upstairs. So, see you over on 6 meters, K6USY.
See you on 6. Thank you, Aaron.
K6USY, 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we only count 12, so you must have somebody that we don't know who you got.
Okay. Let me look at my list real quick that I sent to Rob. So I had 47, 1079, 1100, 610, 285, 507, 1296, 432, 1200, 835, 776, 272, and then 3.
Okay, you got it. For some reason, I didn't write 1296 down because he came in sort of slantwise. I was trying to get calibration. I must have forgot to write his number down. So we got it. Thank you.
Here's 694B and W6 GBS.
I hear you, Ben. Hang on a second. I just lost my my phone connection here. Okay, now I got my connection back. Good evening, Ben. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. Swell there. We went down south for our granddaughter's wedding here this last week, so it was a nice trip. Very interesting type there for the wedding, but it was very enjoyable. We were thankful we went.
Yeah, very good. Was it your daughter's wedding, you say?
My granddaughter.
Granddaughter. You mean you're old like me?
I'm afraid so. Yeah, I'll be 89 about the 28th of August.
Okay, well, you're a tad older than me. I think we went over this before. I'm 88, but I won't be 89 until next May. So you're about 10 months ahead of me, I guess, there, Ben.
Okay, well, every now and then I think I'm getting old.
Yeah, pretty bad when there's very few people that you used to know that are as old as you are.
Yep, that's very true.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Okay, we got your 982. Good evening, Gerald.
Good evening. How'd it go over on the other band tonight?
It went quite well. We didn't get as many check-ins as we wanted, but we got 13, so we can't complain. It should have been 15 to 18 or 20, but 222 is languishing through the summer months here. By the way, I want to thank you again for the air conditioning unit. I've been using it on a daily basis when we're in the shack. Not tonight, but last night, and I'll be using it again tomorrow night and Wednesday. So it's coming in very nice and handy, particularly when it's warmer. Now tonight it's not so warm out. It's warm, but not blazing. But thank you again for that. And there was something else I was going to tell you. Were you involved in the conversation about the 430 band being used by some satellite group that wanted to transmit, and they wanted to use the 430 to 440 band commercially?
No, I was not involved in that conversation.
Okay, well, it turns out to be a nothing burger, but let me just give you a quick background. There may be others listening that didn't get it either. A company called AST Mobilesat, I think is what it was called. Anyway, based in Austin, Texas, are putting up a whole bunch of satellites, like Starlink, and they're going to have 150 to 200 plus satellites up, and doing some of that kind of communications. But they wanted to operate in the 430 to 440 band, and the FCC said, well, no, you can't do that here when you're over the U.S. And then it turns out that it's really a nothing burger because they're going to only use the 430 band as a backup to whatever might happen telemetry-wise. If they lose a link on the gigahertz bands, they'll go back down to 432. But they've got five ground stations around the world that they'll be broadcasting to directly with probably reasonably low power because they'll have gain on both ends. But they will not be able to transmit when they're over the U.S. on those bands. Over.
Oh, Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that you're right. That's a nothing burger. It's not going to affect us, but it's kind of cool in a way that they, want to use that as a backup.
Well, we share a 430 band with several little things like that. There's a lot of little services around 430, but they're all on a non-interference basis. So, and that's the way this is. But it was badly distorted by the news media and other outlets. The straight story, if you read the document from FCC, it's pretty clear on what they're doing and what they have allowed. So for us in the U.S., it's a nothing burger, and it's probably a nothing burger for everybody. Even though the Australians, again, they've gotten the information all incorrect about what it's doing and how it's going to be implemented and how it's going to be used on 430, 440 band. So it's probably a nothing burger all across the U.S. for all practical purposes. Over.
Roger. Well, what do you expect from liberal media?
Yeah, that's about it. Liberal media and everybody gets all cranked up before they have the facts. All they have to do is look at the FCC's readout on it, and they have a good printout on it. You can look at it yourself. It's on MSAT UK, and then they have a link to the FCC page. Aaron looked it up for us last night just at the end of the net.
Interesting. Well, yeah, maybe I'll take a look at that. Anyhow, I'm glad you like that AC. There's nothing like nice cold air, refrigerated air.
Yeah, actually, I just have it. It's not really efficient for the room, but it's efficient for the person sitting in the chairs at the desk in front of the radio. I just have it blowing on our backs and between us and heading up toward the amplifier. So it keeps everything cool, but it's very directional, and it doesn't do anything to the room temperature because I'm exhausting the hot air out the door, but it's still staying in the room if it wants to. Over.
Yeah. That thing is one of those things. It used a big flexible hose that was supposed to go to a window.
Yeah, but I just haven't bothered with it. It does exactly what I need it for, and I didn't see any reason to put any more effort into it. I had all kinds of ideas about how to exhaust the hot air, but it just isn't worth the effort. It's doing beautifully for what it's meant to do. So again, I thank you for that. And that's about it. Anything new with you and the wife?
Nope. We've got 4 more visits down there. I'm going to go down with her on Friday, but that will be her last appointment. They do a little graduation thing, and so I'm going to go with her.
Oh, you go down every day then, 4 more visits, and so you'll be down every day, and then a graduation party, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't. She just takes herself. I don't go with her on a daily basis.
Yeah, I got you. Very good. Where's the radiation done?
Right there at C-Care, across the street from St. Agnes.
Oh, okay. So she has to come to Fresno. All right. Very good. Thank you, Daryl. And hopefully we'll hear some others checking in here on this band. Good evening to you. And we'll take some standbys. I'm not sure where I've got my antennas pointed. I think I'm pointed at the north. Are we pointed at 360 or 353? 353. Yeah, we're close enough to the guys in Nevada. They would hear us.
By the way, I have talked to Ron over on the beach on 40 meters.
84.
Now, 884. I got you. Stand by a second, Phil. You did talk to Ron on the beach, and that was on FM?
No. 40 meters.
Oh, on 40. Yeah, well, that makes more sense. And was he running 100 watts?
Yes, he was. And we were both using 991, so there you go.
Yeah, well, the propagation today, the short skip was good. I worked Phil, who's on frequency now, WB6GGY and KO6HS, KO6KD, I should say. I worked them easily today with big, strong signals. Up until now, the last 2 or 3 weeks, we haven't been able to hear each other consistently or very well. Sometimes it's very poor, sometimes it's non-existent. Short skip, I get out long skip-wise. I can work into Washington State every day, but I can't hear the locals. But today it cleared up, and so we had the first good day for propagation for local chatter on 40 that we've had in about 2 or 3 weeks. So you picked a good day and the right day to work him. Thanks for that. Good evening to you, Daryl. And I guess he's going to be coming back this weekend, huh?
Yeah, he said he'd be around sometime later on in the week. He wasn't real specific, but he'll be around.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see who else we have here. I'm pointed north. I don't think we'll hear Richard tonight, but how about N7 Whiskey Tango? Are you out there tonight, Larry?
Whiskey 6, pop it.
KC5, DTU 712.
Okay, I got 620. I hear you there, Mike, and I hear you, Kerry, 712. Stand by a second, Kerry, if you can, and let me just clarify something with Mike. Mike, did you listen to the rest of the conversation last night? And if you'd listened all the way to the end, you would have found out that all that information about 430 to 440 band in the U.S. Was a bunch of hogwash and really a nothing burger. Over.
Yes, I did, and that was certainly good news to hear. So it looks like it was just somebody trying to get the spectrum, but it looks like the FCC's not totally stupid. So it doesn't look like they're going to get anything. So that was good news. But sometimes with government organizations, you never know how they're going to screw you over.
Well, it wasn't that complicated, really. The company and its usage of that band was over-distorted and overplayed. They're going to use the 430 to 440 band, and the FCC simply said you cannot transmit to a ground station or when you're over the U.S. There's 5 other ground stations that they're going to use, and it's a telemetry link only for backup to anything that might be going on normally in the gigahertz region. So it's a backup to a backup or backup to something else, and it's only done in other countries, over other countries, but it's very directional when it's from the satellite to the ground stations with good directional antennas, and they'll probably be running very low power if they're using it at all. It's an emergency backup only. So big flap over nothing, Mike, over.
Okay, yeah, that's certainly good news. So I am glad to hear that. It was kind of unbelievable, but it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it was just way overplayed and understood. But if you read the FCC language and their write-ups, it's very straightforward and doesn't pose much of an issue. And that's probably why it never even got to the FCC. I mean, to the ARRL. So I'll forgive the ARRL, but they should have at least mentioned it, but I guess they didn't want to start a row. Anyway, they could have eliminated the row by saying this is happening, but it's well under control and it's not an issue. Over.
Yeah, that really would have helped a lot, because sometimes just little things that are just little rumors in the background can become really big things quick.
Yep, for sure. Okay, I'll let you go, and let me hook up with Kerry here for a second, because I got to get Kerry to look up a number for me. Judy's got it somewhere here, but we couldn't find it quickly.
Oh, I got it.
You do?
I just saw it yesterday.
Well, you saw it yesterday, but let me just get it again, just in case. If it's easy for him to do.
It's not.
Okay.
It's an annoyance.
It's an annoyance. Judy doesn't want you to bother with us, but we haven't. Well, she's got the piece of paper that you printed, that you sent to us, the email, with the address of the red light treatment place.
Still on the email.
Oh, it's still on our email. Okay,
yeah.
So we can go back and get it. We just have been a little bit scattered with her daughter in town and all that sort of stuff the last few days. Anyway, I was going to call today, but I was busy also, and they were out. Judy and her daughter went into town, so that took her out of the picture for a while. All right. Over to you, Kerry. KC5DTU. We did not get a vlog from you or anything today, I guess. Over.
Good evening, Mike, and to Judy also. You got 3, and make sure you look at We Know. It's a good one today. It's all about, you'll see. I'm sure you will enjoy it, but it's a good one. But I sent you 3 today.
Okay, very good. Well, hopefully we can start that one tonight. Sometimes the contact disturbs Judy, and she lets me listen without listening to it herself. But we'll try it tonight, see how it sounds, and we'll try to catch the others for early in the morning tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for that, Kerry. It's certainly going on. Things are going on. I don't know what they're going to do with this flap. This Hakeem Jeffries becoming a real pain in the ass. I think somebody needs to put a thing up next to his head and pull the trigger over.
Well, I think a lot will be cleared up for you today when you get to, when you, make sure you, if you watch tonight, We Know, so make sure you get that one. It's a good one, and I think you will be smiling quite a bit. And I'll get out of here and let you get on with the net and enjoy it. It's a good one, KC5DTU.
Okay, does it have anything to do with the Attorney General lady from New Jersey?
Negative. Most of it is devoted to Barack.
Oh, good old Barack. Yeah, turned out to be...
Iraq, I think.
Did you say Iraq or Barack? Barack Obama.
Well, I didn't say the Obama part, but it's Barack Obama. It's a good one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's pretty much nailed in this whole deal. I don't think there's any getting out of it. Now, what they do about it is another thing, but they really disturbed the election and affected it, and that's can be classed as some form of treason for sure. Really clandestine stuff with our own government people, not to mention the president. Bad stuff. Bad. We've been following it. Okay, but I'm sure that'll be interesting to hear what LT has to say about it. Thank you, Kerry. Good evening to you. Our best wishes to Laura there in the background. KC5DTU, K6MYC.
Roger, Mike. And good evening, Judy, and hope your daughter's getting better there, and we'll talk to you guys later, KC5DTU.
Yeah, she seems to be on the improve here.
Well, that's a good thing. Talk to you later, KC5DTU.
Yeah, thank you for coming up, Kerry, and obviously the antenna's working very, very well, so we got the balun apparently was the fix for that. You're loud tonight. 7-3, thank you. KC5DTU, anybody else for the Bozo check-ins on 6 meters here? No matter where you are, come on in, K6MYC.
KN6 SRR and Bozo 1200 KN6 UKN.
Okay, we got you. And you're all in good shape here, Kerry, and you get dinner down, did you? Not Kerry, I'm sorry, Rob.
Yep, just finished it. She made a nice one, so I needed to eat it, and I got stuck at Marcus's, so that's what made me late. Missed all my Aries nets except for the one I could use my handy-talkie in the truck.
Okay. Very good. Did you have to go into town pick up candy?
No, I got her a few nights back. Yeah, at midnight I had to pick her up from the airport.
Okay, but you were in town for something else today? You said you were at the market?
I was at Marcus's. He has a room he's turning into the clubhouse, and he's very demanding and keeps changing his mind, and he wants to do everything at once, and it's the same old stuff. Aaron knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, you're a trooper for staying with it.
Well, once I commit to something, I don't back out of it, so I'm going to finish it, and that'll be that.
I hear you. All righty. Well, I think we've straightened out all the disturbances, at least with our group, on the 430 to 440 thing, so there's no reason to go any further with it. You know where we ended up on it. It's a non-issue. And it shouldn't have been blown up anywhere near to the level it was. Okay. Before I rotate the antenna towards Sacramento, let's see. Anybody else while I'm here? K6MYC Bozo Net. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go towards Sacramento here.
Hey, Mike, did you get anybody from Nevada?
On 220, I got Daniel, yes.
No, I was speaking here on 6.
No, nobody on 6. What'd you say, Judy?
It's going down.
Oh, wait a minute. It's in the wrong mode or something. It's supposed to be in 1.
You gonna stop? KO6, Katie.
Well,
335.
oh, wait a minute. It went to the heading, but it didn't change anything. So I'm still looking at you, Bill. I'll leave it where it is. 330?
336.
Okay. I'll leave it right here because it'll be good for you and John. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering. I've been watching the gauge there, and I thought, well, wait a minute. Are you just going to go right past us and forget it? I was like, wait a minute. It's kind of like you're on the train as you go through the train station. I'm going to wave at you, and I was like, all right, well, maybe you'll come back. Anyway, all right, here we go. KO6KD Bozo 776, where it was. I'm not going to tell you what the temperature was. Anyway, that's it. Hear you great here, Mike. Almost as good as on 220. So anyway, nice to hear you and Judy in the background. You sound good.
Okay. And I should listen for CW here. If you're in there, Rich, just pound out some CW at your convenience there. But KD6 Sugar Whiskey in Reading might pop in here, so keep an ear out for some weak CW. Up to you, John, KR6MR, K6MYC in the group.
Yeah, good evening, my K6MYC in the group, and hi to Judy, KR6MR, Bozo 759, over.
Got your 759, and it was cooler today for you, I would imagine. Did you get any more work done in the yard? I did a lot of little random things, but I did get some weeding done. I always find weeds.
Yeah, I know. No, I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and then I got home, did lunch, and sat back and watched a little TV and dozed off. And then here I am, and I still have to brush my dog.
Sounds like you had a little bit more to rely. I fell asleep twice, too. I worked till about 1:30, I guess, and then I fell asleep, or before that, in the patio for about a half hour. And I came in and fell asleep again in front of the TV. So it must be the weather making us drowsy like that. It wasn't the temperature. I did work up a sweat working outside because I was doing things, and it's still humid here. I don't know, we're still in that humidity area that we talked about. But I was at the drop of a hat doing anything outside, you start to sweat, and that's what's normal, but normally it dries off so fast you don't even notice it. Anyway, good to hear you, and of course we got our fingers crossed for 1296 tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll have good conditions. I think we got a pretty good chance, particularly if we get there early. Earlier is better. It seems like the band goes to bed after it gets dark here for a while. KR6MR, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, Mike, I sure hope 1296 comes in good tomorrow night. But with this cooler weather, we'll see what happens, I guess. Anyway, when I got up this morning, it was 67 degrees in the house. And I go, oh, that felt so good. And I look at my wife, and she's got icicles coming off of her ears.
I'd have to put my flannel pajamas on.
Oh, it felt good, but I warmed up quickly, so that's good. But 84 was a high today, and I'm happy with that. And it'll be about the same for most of this week.
Yeah, we're floating around 88. They said something about 88. I heard that today, so I don't know what it was, but it was quite noticeably cooler. Certainly not in the 90s, I don't think. All right, I'll let you go, and I'll take a listen hard for Redding, and then we'll see if we can hear Darren in there. I didn't skip over Darren. I just haven't got there yet, Darren. KR6MR, we'll see you tomorrow. Cross our fingers on 1296, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, 73, KR6MR, and go look for Darren.
Okay, who was the break?
WB6JNT.
Yeah, very good. Good evening, Dane. 107, gotcha. Sounding good here. And I hear some CW. There's Redding. Hang on a sec. Roger, Roger. I hear KD6SW weekly on CW. I hear KD6SW. Roger, Roger, Roger. 145, 145. Over. KD6SW, I heard your CW. I know it was you. I heard the W on the end there. KD6SW, K6MYC. 73, Rich. 73, thanks for your check-in here on 6 meters. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Charlie November 80, near Redding, K6MYC. Over. Well, I'm not getting any other CW, but at least it was good to hear him. Oh, there he is. Yeah, 73. Okay, over to you, Darren. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Is he out for a walk, Bill?
He hasn't said anything to me today. You just never know. John, did you hear if Darren's out there tonight?
I think John signed already.
I guess so.
KR6MR, negative.
No calls or anything. No knowledge of Darren. I don't want to skip him, but I've called him, but I haven't heard anything. Thank you, John. KO6KD, KR6MR, and all listening for KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo. How about it, Darren? Yeah, he's got something else going, so we'll let it go for now. Maybe he'll check in before it's over here. Let me head on over to Oakley.
Are you going to be swinging back this way? If so, I'll give him a text message and see if I can get him out here.
I'll be in Oakley, so I can hear him when he checks in from there.
All right, I'll send him a text message. Okay. 73, catch you later on KO6KD.
WA6HNA.
Oh, hey. Welcome back to the real world, Greg.
Hi, Mike. Yeah, Bozo 1013. Yeah, just boy, I've like missed 3 or 4 nights in a row. So anyway, it's been busy. A lot of stuff going on, both aviation and solar panels and ham radio. Anyway, lots of fun. How are you tonight, Mike?
Well, we're doing fine. We're getting quite a list here on 6 meters. We didn't do very well on 1296. I mean on 220, missing some of the regulars. But it's summertime, and people have got other things going. Anyway, you're sounding very loud. The propagation on 6 is wonderful tonight. Very steady, very solid. And I guess you're going to be... would you do me a favor? I don't think Phil is still here. I didn't turn it over to him. I heard him check in. I did hear you, right, Phil? Listen, We mailed the microphone off to him. The radio he got had a very dilapidated microphone cord, the FT100 that he got. So I mailed him a new one, not a new one, but one of my mics. And when I got to looking at both mics that I have that are free, that are not free, but that I have here to mail, both of them had some level of deterioration. The one that I mailed him is deteriorated for about 3 inches. The outer jacket of the cord right near the microphone has come off and rotted away. But he should be able to cover that with a little piece of sleeving, slit the sleeving, and then just tape it on there if he's worried about it.
I could have done that.
Well, he's capable, or Greg can fix it for him. You can take a look at it. The mic works okay. I don't think it's affecting the usage. It's just these microphones are now 45 years old from when they were produced, and the rubber's getting kind of crazy. But both mics had, one had the problem at the microphone end, the other one had the problem at the connector end near the radio. And I thought it would be better to have it easier to work on when it's near the microphone. So anyway, that's the deal. Maybe you can help him with that when it gets here. It should be there on Thursday. We mailed it today, over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm planning on heading up there. I haven't been up to his house in probably a month and a half. It's before field day, so I'm kind of overdue to get up that way. It's been kind of crazy with other things. I mean, a lot of good stuff going on, just busier than when I was employed. But anyway, that's all right. So yeah, I was gonna go up either like tomorrow or Wednesday, but actually maybe I should push it off till Friday. Maybe I'll do that. Then I can get up there when the mic is up there. So thanks for letting me know. I'll take a peek. I think he's also got one in a box out in the garage. It's hard for him to find stuff in the boxes out in the garage, so I will do a little Easter egg hunt looking for stuff out in the garage. I think we may have found other parts there. One of my other friends up here said he found some radio parts out in the garage that I didn't know about, so I'm going to check that out too, see if we can't find a mic in there. All right, back to you.
Okay, Greg, but the microphone is a little odd. It's using an RJ8 or RJ6 connector, like a phone jack, but it's slightly different than a phone jack, but it's that kind of connector. It's not a screw-on at all, so it's a little bastardized. So finding a microphone may be one thing, but you may not want to try to splice in. There's adapters made that get you to other connectors, so on the line you could buy a RJ, whatever the damn thing is, let's call it RJ6, but I don't think that's the right number, but you could buy an RJ6 female regular mic connector, like most microphones have, and so that could be picked up, and then any microphone could be used. I like to use the HM10s, Heil mics, but probably any good microphone would work with the thing, although the handheld isn't bad. But it isn't a spectacular audio, but it's adequate for what we're going to do with it, over.
All right. Yeah, we can find just about anything on eBay these days. I've discovered on the cabling, so I'll figure out a way to make that thing behave and work around it. And if it's a regular, Ethernet type connector, I can actually replace those myself. I've got the tools for that as well. So. All right, well, thanks for shipping something off to him to hopefully get him going on that. And, yeah, I guess we're going to finally get a chance to put up his UHF antenna and point it your way. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'd be good. The connector is about 3/8 of an inch wide, and it's square, and it's got that little tang that sticks out that you have to depress when you push it, pull it out of the socket. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that sounds like the typical Yaesu connector.
Well, no, it's a standard connector. It's used in other industries. I don't think it's a bastard connector from that standpoint, but but that's the shape and size of it, so it's a little different. I did it for size because it has no physical. You actually have to take the front panel of the radio off in order to even plug it in, over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that. So it goes into the RF deck, not the head, right?
It goes into the RF deck, but you have to take the head off to get to that point.
Roger. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know you can remote that head as well. So, All right. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. I had a FTM 400, and it sounds like the same configuration as that radio was.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't doubt that they used that connector for quite a few years. Anyway, it'll make sense when you get it. I was hoping that he'd get it on the air by Thursday, but it looks like we'll have to wait another week for him.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Yeah, KR6MR. I think you're talking about the RJ45 connector. Over.
That could be, yes.
Yeah, they're pretty nice to have. I mean, on the Motorola's, you used to be able to take the regular cord off of one, take a 100 or 200 foot Ethernet extension cable, plug the microphone on one end, plug the other end into the radio, and you can drop the microphone down the hole. And for a rescue team, all kinds of stuff you can do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but that's probably what it is. It's a little, looks like a telephone connector, but it's probably not exactly the same. All right. Thanks for that, John. Over.
Yep, okay. See you tomorrow night, KR6MR.
Roger.
Yep, that's exactly what John was saying. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. So there's ways around it. There's not a connector on the microphone itself. The cord goes right into the mic. So there's no place to just disconnect the microphone by itself. So you're probably better off to just leave it alone and just patch the cable. Patch the cable. What'd she do, bite you?
No, she scratched me.
Oh, did you by accident?
From that cable if I need to.
I'm sorry, I had the mic closed. Judy was petting the cat, and the cat reached over and clawed her with a love claw. But I didn't hear what she said.
I know about that. I've got a puppy, same problem. Anyway, yeah, I said if it is an RJ45, I'm sure I can rebuild the end of that connector in that case. So we've got, like I said, multiple ways to attack this one.
Well, in this case, I sent the one that has the good RJ45 on the good end, the opposite end from the microphone. The one I mailed was the better of the two. The cable was quite frayed right at the RJ45 on the one that I had on the radio, and that's one I was going to send, and I went to disconnect it, and I thought, oh, crap, this is worse than the other one. So I sent him the one that had the cable jacket frayed. But it's in good shape. The spring cord and everything is there. I think you could just patch up that one little spot that there's no jacket on, and it'll be fine. It'll probably never fail for what he's going to do with it. Do you have the separation cable?
That's what we're looking for in the garage. We think that there may be one in there somewhere. The other ham thought that he may have seen it, but I have not laid eyes on it yet.
Okay, well, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it. But I have one here, probably multiples. If I can find mine I'm sure are findable in the tech room next to me here. I probably have at least two of them. I've got 5 of these, at least 4 that I could put my hands on or can remember. I thought I had 5 FT100s, but I can't remember what I did with the 5th one. But anyway, and somewhere in there I got the extension kit or the separation kit. And the bracket for the holding the radio and all that stuff. And I let all that stuff kind of go into different places, but worst case, I could probably find the one I had here. Over.
Okay, well, very good. Yeah, and I think we're going to probably mount the thing. He's got a set of cabinets up over his computer and his desk there. So I've got a whole underside of that to mount stuff to. So we'll probably stick it right there, right in front of his nose, and where he's got good access. So, yeah, so the separation kit may not be a topic or an issue that I've got to worry about.
Yeah, the radio is very tiny. It can sit on top of another radio with no issues. In fact, it's so small I can hardly see it anymore on my bench here. Little black radio. They're pretty easy to use, though. It's stepping up and down the band with a couple little bar switches that are next to the main tuning dial, and it's got a minimal number of switches, so he can't get into too much trouble there, Greg. Over.
Yeah, I'll get it programmed up on a couple of memory channels, too, so even if he does screw up, all he's got to do is recall the memory, and he's back in business.
Yep, okay. I'm sure you'll figure it out. sure the manual's available online too. I have several manuals, but I didn't think about sending him one.
Yeah, pretty much all that stuff is available online nowadays, thankfully. It's saved my butt many, many times.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll let you go, and I'll move on here. One more call for KJ6KFB. Darren, are you there? Okay, 7-3, Greg, and if you're talking to Phil tonight or tomorrow, give him the information. Otherwise, I'll talk to him in the morning. Over.
Okay, will do. Take care. And 73, Mike. K6MYC, WA6HNA.
7-3. Okay, I'm heading for the, Oakley now. Sorry it's taken so long here. I think I'm getting close. Oakley, if you're feeling good enough, they're N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC and company N6RO, Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97. I gave you the dinner and weather report earlier. Hearing Bill and John and Greg very well with one of the beams pointed that way and the other one at you. The only thing I didn't mention earlier was a contest this weekend. I didn't do one, but one of my chief operator came in and did a RTTY, North American QSO Party, RTTY, and he came in number 2 nationally. So the station strikes again, N6RO.
Yeah, not too shabby. Outstanding. Thanks for that information, and good deal. Glad you have very, very experienced, capable people there to run your station. Good evening, Ken. Go rest your eye, and thanks for checking in here on 6. And we'll see you tomorrow on 1296, hopefully after your doctor visit. N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, fine, Mike. I got a great team that support me in all aspects of life. And, of course, John WZZ is really taking care of me on the medical scene. See you tomorrow if the sun don't shine, N6RO.
Yeah, that's great. Great to have somebody like him that's willing to jump in and has the capability and the physical agility to do it at 70. He's doing good.
Yeah, mainly he's driving me down there and doing a lot of assisting of the nurses.
Wonderful. Just tie his hands to his pockets, okay? So he didn't be patting too many nurses on the butt there.
My ears didn't get that.
I said tie his hands to his pockets on short strings so he can't be patting the nurses on the butts. Over.
I haven't seen him try yet.
Well, he may be quicker than you think.
I haven't tried it myself, but maybe tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay. See you tomorrow.
See you.
All right, I'm going into the Bay Area. If there's anybody else, how about KN6CHH? Are you there, Merle?
N6BCC 1134. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, why did I get that call all screwed up? N6BCC K6MYC 1134. We've got you. Good to hear you. Very loud tonight. Very good band conditions here. Over.
Hey, Roger. Well, I still may have my radio set up here for doing a little DX, and so I probably haven't turned nothing down yet. So, yeah, I had been doing a lot of South American stuff there on 15, 17, and I had some there on 40 and really early morning 40, like 2 and 3 a.m.
Yeah, band's wide open at that time, and the static, if you're turned away or listening in some other direction than east, it's probably fine.
Oh yeah, it's been wonderful. Yeah, no doubt about it there. So yeah, it's been really a lot of fun here. You know, even though the bands haven't been real good, but they are getting better. I can't wait until wintertime when they're even better yet.
Yeah. Oh, Well, last winter was a disappointment on 40 for me because it stayed staticky all winter. We had all those winter hurricanes and storms and stuff, and it just went from day to day, always staticky. And usually it's quite quiet in the wintertime, and you can work some nice DX without having to fight the static. Anyway, good evening to you, Merle, and certainly sounding good here on 6. Haven't heard Brett in here this evening, but he may check in, and there may be one or two others in this direction. So we'll let you go and see if there's anybody else that wants to check in here on 6-meter Bozo Net. N6BCC and Modesto, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, you and Judy have a great evening. Always a pleasure talking to you. And he's home, so I don't know if he's out there or not. He might be out there tonight. So you and Judy have a great evening. We'll catch you later. K6MYC, N6BCC.
Yeah, he did check in last night, although we're getting late for him. He likes to go to bed early. I'm running pretty late tonight. 7-3, Merle.
7-3, Mike.
Anybody else, K6MYC, before I go to the Bay Area?
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
W6WZZ. Hi, John.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Let me see if I can. Is it 1179? No, it's not. What is it? 1145.
Yeah, 1145.
And you probably heard Ken's comments earlier.
About the microphones?
No. He was just saying you were a great help to him, particularly on the trips to the doctor's offices and stuff. And I said, keep your hands off the nurses.
Oh, yeah, that's easy enough to do. I don't have a problem with that. I'm always, I always like to help people out, and Ken's close enough and he needs help, so I'm there to help.
That's terrific. We really appreciate your effort there, John, no question. And, yeah, he could make it on his own one way or the other, but probably better at his age. Same as mine, but I can't drive anymore because of my eyesight, and I know he can't drive right now because of his eye situation, so this is working out good. Appreciate your help. Good to hear you. W6WZZ, big strong signal on 6 tonight, K6MYC.
Thank you. I've been playing around with the antenna and doing other stuff, so I think I've got it nipped in the bud right now.
Yeah, it sounds very good. I don't think I've heard you any stronger, but I can't tell whether it's just band conditions tonight, but whatever. There's been times where you were so weak with QSB and everything, I couldn't get 100%, but tonight it's just armchair right in the room with me.
Right, John. Yeah, well, that's what I aim for.
Alrighty, let you go. We'll take a standby and see if there's anybody. I heard a voice underneath you there, so somebody else is ready to check in here. W6WZZ, K6MYC, clear. Good evening to you, John.
Okay, talk to you later, Mike. K6MYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Bye-bye. QRZ? Who was the other voice in there? Go ahead.
No, this is Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November, India 1090.
Oh, okay. I moved the antenna a little bit more your way. Brought you up a little bit. WB6WNI, K6MYC. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening, Mike. You were so loud with that other station. I said, Mike, you might be in the Bay Area. I'm not really sure, but you're coming in strongly. And we just finished dinner. Nothing really to report. We haven't known. Yesterday was all about the FCC, but yeah, I think wanted to see what the results are with that. But otherwise, it was just a very peaceful day. Just some teaching as usual, but not much else. So I'm glad you're here, Mike. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you. K6MYC, WB6W91090.
Yeah, gotcha. WB6WNI, K6MYC, solid copy. You're not roaring loud tonight, but I'm not sure you ever are on 6. But easy copy, no problem whatsoever. And I spread the antenna back and forth a little bit, and I didn't see any real change, so I think I'm more or less in the right direction. So thanks very much for coming in. I guess you said you finished dinner, so now you're just winding down. We had dinner, and we'll be winding down as soon as we get done with the net here. Maybe have a little snacky poo. I had a little tiny bowl of ice cream yesterday. I might do that again tonight. I can't do that every night, but I think I could tolerate just a couple of tablespoons of ice cream over with a little milk over it. I always like that. So I may do that and pleasure myself. Hi. WB6WNI K6MYC.
Very nice dessert, Mike. No, I love ice cream, and I would be taking a lot more than that. But tonight we had a carrot cake, so we do have ice cream, but the carrot cake was enough calories, no ice cream. So that's what we're doing. I do take the dog out for the walk now, so that's the next thing on my list after we're done here is dog walking. Anyway, Mike, 73, great evening here. K6MYC, WB6WNI, 1090, off dog walking.
Okay. Don't get tangled up in the leash there. WB6WNI, K6MYC, clear and QRZ Bay Area Bozo Net. Check-ins, please.
P6, KW6S, 775.
Okay. One on either side of the beam here. KW6 Sugar 610. Got you, Tom. Hang on. You left real early. I sent it back to you, but we had quite a few people that were talking on 222 there in the Bay Area, and I just by the time I got it back to you, it left. Anyway, didn't mean to ignore you, but we lost you and Jim J&N as well. Hang on. Mike, go ahead. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Go ahead, Mike.
K6MYC, KB6WSC. Good evening, Mike and the net. Let's see, 56 degrees and overcast as usual, so no change. Other than that, nothing new to report. Thank you. 73, good evening.
Yeah, well, it was cooler here today. We didn't get to 90. Probably about 88 degrees, I think, was kind of what it was supposed to get to. So it was quite pleasant, and I did get quite a bit of outside work done. It was light, bunch of mixture of stuff. I just cleaning up a lot of little loose ends, cut up some wood, and cleaned up some other issues. So little by little, I'm nibbling away at it. Anyway, great to hear you. Thanks, Mike, and try to stay cool there in Daly City. Ha ha. KB6WFC, K6MYC. Good evening.
Three.
73. And Jim, W6PQL, are you there? Okay, over to you then. Forgot who it was. Jesus, what a mind. I had you stand by. Oh, KW6S. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, well, I was myself trying to figure out who you were talking about. I got back to another group of guys that I sometimes visit with after our other net, so they got into some interesting topics, so I moved back over there. And I figured you were just distracted because of all the Bay Area stuff that was going on. And otherwise, 6 has been lively today, and but just U.S. based and a little bit of Canadian, I guess, and Mexico. But hopefully it's going to keep getting better. This is KW6S. Back to you.
Well, not normally. This is we're winding down the E-season, so it shouldn't get better. But I think it got a little better today because the sun behaved itself today, and 6 was probably a recipient of the better conditions. It also helped 40 meters. We had good connections on 40 this morning with the local guys, KO6KD in Roseville and Phil up in Twainhart. Very good, strong signals on 40. We've been just struggling with that we've been skipping over them, or the delayer hasn't been working, or it's been absorbing the signals or something. I can work Seattle, but I can't work over Roseville. But anyway, today it was fine, and apparently the noise was so bad up in Salt Stream Island for K7VO that he couldn't copy much of anybody. So he gave up pretty early. I did not catch him. I got up late. I didn't get in here till a little after 9. I was a bad boy. I overslept. Anyway, that's the story. So we'll shoot her back to you. I haven't heard. Let's see if Lee's in there. Let's take a standby and see if Lee's on here tonight. AF6 United. How about it, Lee? K6MYC.
Oh, yes, the slacker is here tonight. AF6 United. Good evening, everybody, and good to hear you, Tom, and you, Mike, too. And Judy, I'm not sure if she's out there with you at this point, or if you said that she retires early, so she may not be there.
Well, she had a different kind of day. She and her daughter drove into town today, spent 3 or 4 hours in town, and that's always tiring, particularly when you're under stress. You don't know where you're going, you can't find the places you're looking for, and so on. But anyway, she was in here up until about 5 minutes ago. She may be just in the other room catching a news break or something, but she should be back in here for the finish up. She's got most everybody that I've checked in. We're a little long-winded tonight. Sometimes she gets bored with that, or she has other things to do. She might be just fixing some dinner for herself and her daughter. I ate earlier so I could get the net going here. Anyway, that may be where she is. So there you go. Good to hear you, Lee, and we did miss you the last couple of nights on one band or the other, but good to have you in here tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. AF6 United, and then you can shoot it back to Tom for his final. We'll go back into the Bay Area. I'm missing everybody in the Bay Area except for one. So we should get somebody out of the Bay Area yet. K6MYC. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, okay. Just very briefly, it sounds like everybody's got family situations going on right now, and our daughter is here. She's going to be here for the rest of the week and into the weekend, and so, yeah, that always keeps us busy as well. And with that, I will say 7-3 and good night, and I know it's been a long one. Monday is always a long one for you there, Mike. So, AF6 United over to KW6S.
Very good, Lee. AF6U, KW6S. Yeah, well, family's always important, but you kind of miss your friends on the radio, too, so it's always a bit of a twist of which way do you go there. But since we have a net almost every night, this one usually gets caught up pretty well. I don't have too much else to do. Today was fun on 15 meters FT8 because I could work Europe, South America, Japan, and Indonesia all at the same time, and sometimes with the same antenna heading. So that was pretty wild. Usually I have to move the antenna to work at other areas. But it won't stay that way too long, probably. Catch you tomorrow night, Mike, at AF6U, K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, look forward to it on 1296 tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get close to 20 or 20 check-ins, as we have been running very, very close to that area. Getting 18 to 22 consistently, so way better than 222. Probably because there's more equipment available. Lots of 697s are on the air now from various places. Take care, Tom. 73 to you, 72 to you. Lee, thanks very much, and I'll bump the antenna. I don't know where I'm pointed, but I'm hearing you and I'm hearing the Bay Area, so I should just leave it alone. I guess it's not the antenna pointing that's keeping people from hearing me. Oh, I got 2 stations in the Bay Area, actually, so we're not doing too bad, but we're missing 3 or 4 stations there. AF6 United, KW6S, 73, K6MYC clear, and looking for more check-ins on 6 meters in the Bay Area, please. Over.
W6PQL.
W6PQL. Gotcha. and everything is copacetic here. I didn't get back down this way quite as quick as I thought I would, but one thing led to another. We're getting a new station on 1290 on 432 here. Phil, W6GGY in Twainhart, just picked up an FT100. You know that radio, I'm sure you're familiar with the FT100. He got it for $70 or something, an incredible price, but the microphone cable was frayed. So I sent him one of mine. It's frayed a little bit, but not as bad as his. So it cost only $25 to ship it. No, it was terrible. The postage on this 5-ounce package was $7.80 or something. Over.
Well, that's a deal, and nothing like a deal. We all like them. I'm just in and out, Mike. I gotta go. The XYL wants me to print out a couple of things for her, so we'll see you later. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, catch you tomorrow night on 1296, Jim 73's K6MYC clear with W6PQL, QRZ for anybody else here in the Bay Area or any place. Not hearing anybody else. Okay, what do you think, Rob? I don't think we got, I didn't hear anything from Bozo 61. Do you want to go down that way?
Yep, but he has that broken antenna, I think, on 6.
Oh, that's right. That's why we don't do that. Okay, I guess we're done.
Well, I don't know whether the guy in Santa Ynez has 6 meters or not. We probably ought to give that a try. I'm not sure which way to point. It's the same as the Tascadero, I guess?
That would be pretty close, maybe a little bit more toward 200 degrees, I would say, but you're broad enough to cover it. If you hit 200, you should have it. Try that and see what happens. KR6MR, no, that's not right. KR6, KM6SRR, K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, I was rotating.
I won't rotate because that's hopeless for me. Unless you hook up with him, then I can try.
Okay. Let me see. I got the amp going. We're calling for, oops, got to get to the other page where I had his call sign. Callan, AA6DW, Alpha 6, Delta Whiskey. Are you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR, standing by. Let me try here. AA6DW, Alpha 6, Delta Whiskey. Are you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR, standing by. Well, I think I'm probably pointing the right way there, Mike. I guess he's not there. Made me feel so bad I didn't want to let him down.
There you go.
So I guess that's a wrap, huh?
I think it is.
I may have missed some people in the very beginning, but let me give a count here.
Yeah, I can't give you the numbers or anything, but I'm guessing 24 to 26.
680, Mike.
How many? Oh, 680. I got you, Mark. Good evening.
Hello, Mike. We're on a wire with 100 watts, K6MTS.
Okay.
You're sounding good, Mark. K6MTS, KM6SRR.
You hearing Rob there, Mark?
Barely. It's an off-center fed dipole, and it's kind of aimed north-northeast and south-southwest. So I'm not hearing much unless they're in that direction. Over.
Is it just a dipole for 6 only?
No, it's supposed to be like 6 through 80, but it does not do 6 very well, if at all.
Well, you've got lobes all over the place on wires that long, so you have lobes, many, many lobes. But you could conceivably have Rob in a null, although he's running 12 or 1300 watts, aren't you, Rob?
Yeah, I've got one of your amps, a brick, 1,000 watts. I moved the antenna so I'm picking up Mark a little better. Is this better now, Mark?
Yeah, you were 0, now you're plus 10.
Okay, yeah, I was pointing over to the Bay Area there.
How you guys doing tonight?
Well, we're doing fine. I don't know, were you involved in the conversation about 430 to 440 band yesterday?
No, I heard bits and pieces. I was listening off and on, but something about it's being taken away, but it's not really, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going to be taken away. It's a nothing burger. It was a lot of to-do about nothing. The FCC has written a bulletin about it, and they are allowing the station to operate with 5 satellites. Can broadcast, they can actually broadcast from all their satellites down to 5 ground stations on 430 band, but it's only used as an emergency, and it's only teletype, and it's probably very low power because they've got gain antennas on the satellite and gain antennas at the ground stations. But no ground stations can be used in the United States, so they will not be transmitting on that band under any circumstances, emergency or otherwise, on 430 to 440.
So you guys got it all figured out. So yeah, it sounds like it's no impact on us.
No, seems like no impact. So it was a big disturbance about nothing, but it was worth going through the motions, and Aaron did a wonderful job of researching it. Judy, want to make a count? We're all done here. We're going to get a count. Judy just walked back in, Rob, so she's counting now, and you can count, and we'll see what we come up with. Anyway, that's the story. It was a sort of a nothing burger, but a lot of people got all disturbed because they only got part of the story, or they read the thing and they distorted it, whatever, fake news, whatever. But it was, we heard several different sources, and everybody had a different way of approaching it, and it turned out none of them were correct. If you read the FCC thing, it's very straightforward. And they said they're not allowed to transmit over the U.S., and there are only 5 ground stations that they can transmit to, and it's only an emergency, and it's teletype or telemetry only. Over.
Well, there you go. I'm glad I let everybody else do all the worrying for me, Mike.
Good idea. Many, Rob?
The last one.
680. That's Mark. I'm just talking to him here. I didn't write your number down very good, I guess.
All right, I got to find some truck parts online here. You guys have a great night. K6MTS.
Yeah, good evening, Mark. Always nice to have you pop in and say you were listening. And sometimes there's good information on here. That was all good information. We learned something from it, but we also learned that there's so much poor information that really takes a little research, carefully done by the right people to know exactly what's going on. It's always good to go back to the source. Who was the one that was what this was all about was the FCC.
24.
We got 24, Rob.
Okay, I missed 2 in the beginning, I guess. I have 22. I'll go back and listen to the stream.
Okay, well, we can read the first 5 for you if you want them.
Okay, go ahead.
1079, 1100, 694, 982, and 47.
Well, I missed Ben 694, I guess, but I don't know where the other one was.
Okay, we'll read the next 10 and the next 5 and see if you get it. If not, why, you can listen to the stream.
884, 620, 712, 432, 1200.
Yeah, I missed Phil in there, 884.
Yeah, he came in very quietly and quickly, so your number's the same as ours then. That's good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'll put it up on the Bozo Net.
All right. Good evening to you, Mark. Good evening to you, Aaron, and thanks for your help and your research capability. You're wonderful. You IT guys know how to use that computer to get the right information. I'm so happy. I could do it, but not anymore. I was never very good at it. K6USY for any final K6M. We never did John tonight. What happened to John? Is this a musician night?
I don't know.
haven't heard John for a couple days, but as I tell people sometimes, I'm a professional Googler because sometimes I got to do research. So I don't like reading, but I'll go do research. We'll catch you later, Mike and Judy, and Rob and Mark, if you can hear me up there. K6USY.
Okay, thank you, Aaron. Thanks again. 73 to you and Brittany. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Aaron, we'll say 73s. A little bit of news, which I've told to Ken already. The Daryl's meeting spot, they don't want us to meet there anymore.
Why is that? Did we do something wrong?
No, I think they just don't really want us to be there. She used an excuse about the insurance, and we have a rider that covers them for the insurance, so I think that's a new point. I'm going to talk to my old boss and see what his take is on it and find out what's going on.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll wait to hear. Sorry about that. We have met in other locations, but that was always a nice place and fairly central to everybody. Okay, well, good luck on that. Thanks, Rob.
Okay, Mike. And thanks, Aaron. We'll talk to you later. K6USY, KM6SR. And we'll say goodnight to Mark there, K6MTS.
7-3, everybody. K6MTS.
Good night. This is K6MYC, Central California, and Delta Mike 07, closing the 6-meter Bozo Net on 50.140, and we will resume again on this frequency at 8:40, 8:30, 8:40, 8:20 or so next week, Monday, and the same frequency. 7-3 all. Good night, K6MYC.